Good afternoon, everyone. We'd like to thank everyone for being here today while we join communities around the globe recognizing World Elder Abuse Awareness Day, a critical opportunity to shed light on an issue that oftentimes remains hidden in the shadows. Elder abuse is not just a private issue. It's a public health and a safety concern that affects families, communities, and the very fabric of our society. Whether it's physical harm, emotional manipulation, or financial exploitation, these acts of abuse rob our elder citizens of the dignity and security they deserve. Here in Chautauqua County, we are committed to ensuring our elder residents can age with respect, safety, and support. We have a strong network of professionals, including Office for Aging Services and many others, who are here today working each and every day to identify abuse, support victims, and hold perpetrators accountable. I want to thank Dana Corwin and our Office for Aging Services for leading the charge in elder justice awareness. I also thank our advocates, social service providers, law enforcement, community partners who are on the front lines each and every day to defend our elderly population. We have a role to play, whether you're a neighbor, a friend, a family member, or just a concerned citizen. You need to understand and learn the warning signs, speak up when something doesn't seem right, and most importantly, let our elder residents know that they are seen, valued, and protected. I've often said many times, I used to follow past a billboard that would say, my hero raised me, my hero was there for me, now it's my turn to be there for them. And what fitting time than to reiterate this today. There's a song out there now that Superman's S is fading, whether it's a Superman or a Superwoman. They were there for us. And in their older years, we need to be there for them. So in a proclamation from the Office of County Executive, whereas elder abuse is an international act or failure to act, an intentional act or a failure to act that results in the harm to an older adult. And whereas elder abuse can include abandonment, emotional abuse, financial abuse, neglect, physical abuse, or sexual abuse. And whereas each year millions of elderly Americans in the United States are abused, neglected, or financially exploited by a caregiver or someone they trust, and many times the victims are unable or afraid to report these crimes. And whereas each citizen should be treated with affection, kindness, and respect. And whereas our senior citizens, especially those who may have trouble completing daily tasks on their own, need our care, assistance, and support. And whereas service programs are available to help older adults and their caregivers as they listen to their challenges, promote emotional well-being, and provide support for their needs. And whereas such programs can help caregivers from feeling overwhelmed, improve care for our senior citizens, and help prevent elder abuse. And whereas in Chautauqua County, our Health Department, Department of Mental Hygiene and Social Services, the Chautauqua County Office for Aging Services, the Chautauqua County Sheriff's Department, along with local law enforcement agencies and other organizations, work diligently each and every day to support our seniors, to investigate cases of suspected abuse, and defend seniors who are suffering from abuse. Now, therefore, I, Paul M. Wendell Jr., Chautauqua County Executive, do hereby proclaim the month of June as Elder Abuse Prevention Month in Chautauqua County and encourage all residents to check in often on older adults, promote safe and healthy relationships, and bring an end to elder abuse. In witness whereof I have hereto set my hand and caused the seal of the great county of Chautauqua to be affixed this 16th day of June 2025, signed Chautauqua County Executive Paul M. Wendell Jr. I'd like to thank everyone for being here today and realizing this is the utmost importance. These men and women paved the way for all of us here today. And those men and women are now our most vulnerable population. They need to be protected and they need to be cared for. And each and every person here today, whether standing beside me or behind me, are here to protect our senior adults. At this time, I'd like to call on Carm Holsta from our Department of Social Services.
Good afternoon. I would like to thank our partners at Office for the Aging, Center for Elder Law and Justice, Chautauqua County Sheriff Department, as well as local law enforcement officers in celebrating Elder Abuse Month. We are proud to be able to offer these important services for our elderlies in the community. The Elder Abuse Prevention Program, the criteria for the Elder Abuse Program under the Department of Mental Hygiene Social Services. The client has to be 60 years old. There must be a suspicion on the part of the source that the client is or will be a victim of physical abuse, sexual abuse, neglect, exploitation, emotional abuse, abandonment, or self-neglect. Physical abuse is inflicting physical pain or injury on a senior, for example, slapping, bruising, restraining by physical or chemical means. Sexual abuse is non-consensual sexual contact of any kind. Neglect, the failure of those responsible to provide food, shelter, health care, or protection for the vulnerable elder. Exploitation is the illegal taking, misuse, or concealment of funds, property, or assets of a senior for someone else's benefit. Emotional abuse, inflicting mental pain, anguish, or distress on an elder person through verbal or nonverbal acts, example, humiliating, intimidating, or threatening. Abandonment is desertion of a vulnerable elder by anyone who has assumed the responsibility for the care and custody of that person. Self-neglect is characterized as the failure of a person to perform essential self-care tasks and that such failures threaten his or her own safety. Referrals can be taken by the Department of Mental Health and Social Services Adult Protection Unit, and the contact number is 716-753-4447. The case can be followed for 6 months by the worker, and they'll have monthly contacts with the elder. In any cases where it is suspected that a crime has been committed, the elder abuse prevention worker will do a law enforcement referral to the police immediately. The Elder Abuse Prevention Program caseworker will be expected to work closely with law enforcement and community agencies to arrange resolution for the impacted elder. As well as the Elder Abuse Program, we also have the Adult Protection Unit, which is for anyone 18 and older who has a mental or physical impairment that impedes their ability to obtain services and no one is willing and able to assist. And referrals for that can be taken also at 716-753-4447. We assist clients in obtaining services while respecting their right to self-determination. We make referrals to law enforcement as needed. We provide representative pay services as determined by Social Security, and we're a last resort for guardianships. Thank you again to all of our community partners for helping us follow through on this important endeavor.
Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're enjoying this breeze as much as we are. My name is Dana Corwin. I'm the Chautauqua County Office for Aging Services Director, and I'd like to thank you all for being here today. On World Elder Abuse Awareness Day in Chautauqua County, we come together not just to raise our voices, but to open our hearts and our eyes to recognize a reality that is too often hidden behind silence, shame, and fear. Elder abuse is a serious and growing concern across our communities. It can take many forms, as we just heard: physical, emotional, financial, even neglect. And too often, it happens in places where older adults should feel they're safest: in their homes, in their care facilities, and among people that they trust. But today is not only about raising awareness, it's about taking action. It's about saying no more. No more to isolation, no more to silence, and no more to suffering in the shadows. We all have a role to play. How do we do this? As you've heard, to the older adults in the community, know that your voice matters. Your experiences, your stories, and your presence are deeply valued. If you are facing abuse, neglect, or feel unsafe, please speak out, reach out. Help is available. You deserve dignity and respect and peace every day of your life. To family members, caregivers, and community leaders, let us be protectors, not just providers. Let us check in regularly, not just for needs, but for signs of distress. Listen closely, act compassionately, and when in doubt, reach out. And as far as necessary action, education is our first tool. Equip yourselves with information that has been shared today, knowledge of what to look for and who to call. And when you suspect or are concerned, contact the right people, as you've just heard described. Advocacy is our second tool. We must ensure that laws are enforced, support services are funded, and that respect for our elders becomes not just a value, but a visible practice here in Chautauqua County. On this day, let's honor the elders that have shaped our world, and let us promise in their later years that respect for our elders is not just a value, but a visible practice. And let's also remember to let none of them be left behind. They will not be forgotten, mistreated, or left behind. We must break this stigma and bring elder abuse into the light where it can be addressed. That is what we hope to do today and every day in our work. Together we can create a community where aging is celebrated and supported, not feared. So let's stand together, let's speak up, and let's protect our elders. Thank you. Mike Lee.
By coming together, we can prevent elder abuse and neglect. Through robust support services and dedicated community resources, we can address and mitigate the impact of elder abuse in our society. Elder abuse is a less talked about hardship in our community, but its effects can be felt across the country and elsewhere. Approximately 1 in 10 adults over 60 years old have experienced some form of elder abuse, and it is believed that only about 1 in 24 who have experienced elder abuse come forward to report or ask for help. Experts believe that the number of people affected by elder abuse each year are underreported, and that is a serious challenge when it comes to fighting abuse and getting support to people who need it. People who deal with abuse, exploitation, and scams often feel a great deal of shame or embarrassment for what happened to them, and as a result, many choose not to ask for help. If someone chooses to harm you, that is a reflection of them, not of you. All of the professionals gathered here today and those working all over Chautauqua County see these kinds of cases nearly every day. We know that these things happen, and it is not a reflection on you. Talk to us. Our job is to be here to help you. We can only do that if you choose to reach out and say, something happened and I could use a hand. From there, we have a lot of options. At the Center for Elder Law and Justice, we can provide free legal representation to assist with a lot of the problems that come with elder abuse and exploitation. Thanks to our donors, state, and federal grants, we can offer these services at no cost to anyone who needs them. We work with our clients to revoke powers of attorney from folks who are abusing them and to help set up new ones. We work to secure orders of protection to keep our clients safe from those who mean them harm. We help our clients navigate the civil and criminal justice system to help them find peace. We support many who have been affected by scams to make sure that they have the tools to feel safe after they've been targeted by scammers. But where we shine brightest and do our best work is when we work together as a team. Between the offices here today, we have an agreement to work together through the Enhanced Multidisciplinary Team on Elder Abuse. This gives us the tools and the flexibility to work together more holistically and comprehensively to tackle even the toughest cases of elder abuse in our community. When we get a case, our team works closely with Adult Protective Services to get financial safeguards in place. We rely on the Office for the Aging to get services inside the home so that our team at the Center for Elder Law and Justice can tackle our clients' legal needs. We coordinate with law enforcement and the District Attorney's Office when abuse and exploitation rises to a criminal level and our clients want to press charges. We work to provide education across the community so that way folks know what to look for and how to identify and respond to elder abuse, especially including those who have been targeted by scams. We're visiting senior dining sites all across Chautauqua County as the summer goes to make sure that everyone has the opportunity to learn about scams, about the different things that target older adults, and about what resources are available to them if they fall victim to any of those different schemes. None of us do our best work alone, and I am grateful to work in a community where our professionals come together to find the best ways to support our community as a team. Thank you so much for everyone who is a part of this, and thank you for gathering here with us today.
Well, at this time, we would like to take just a minute to recognize one of our own who was given the Exemplary Service Award by New York State Enhanced Multidisciplinary Discipline Team Institute. So if we could have Jennifer Ellman come on down.
While Jen is coming down to the podium, just a little bit about Jen's work. She works in our caregiver support program very well with connecting services and supports to older adults. She works a lot, very heavy with cognitively impaired individuals and their caregivers. So she has great insight to what happens in the real world. And we're very proud of her. All the folks you see behind us are to be commended for the work they do every day, but we're here to celebrate a special event and a special award to Jen. It's as the county executive said, the Exemplary Service Award, the New York State Enhanced Multidisciplinary Team Initiative. There you go. So Jen was also honored in May, excuse me, I'm losing my voice, by the United Nations with an award for her work in Chautauqua County. So we are very pleased to have Jen on staff. We rely on her to take care of the folks she interacts with and communicate regularly to the team. She also represents the Office for Aging Services in the Enhanced Multidisciplinary Team. So congratulations, Jen, on a banner year.
Thank you.
Whoops, sorry.
Got it.
I'm shaking.
So thank you all for being here today. We'll wrap up this interaction with you all, but remember, if you have anything that you're concerned about, we want you to reach out. As the participants up here at the podium indicated, there's lots of services available. You just need to ask when you feel unsafe, and that's the important part we want to relay today to all of you out there. Ask if you need help, reach out, and we're here. Thank you so much for being here with us today.